Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. In Top Stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. One of the biggest events ever to come to Las Vegas is here. The NFL Draft officially kicks off today, with crowds packing the Las Vegas Strip near the Bellagio to watch the red carpet, and Nevada officials rolling out the welcome mat for the NFL.
We just had the Pro Bowl here in January. You now have the draft here, and Super Bowl 58's coming here in just 2 years. I think that speaks a great deal about the commitment to the Raiders, to the NFL, to Las Vegas together, and what we can all do together.
The Review-Journal has all you need to know on our webpage. If you click on the 2022 NFL Draft headline, this map shows where all the action is. The NFL Draft Experience, which features the 40-yard dash and more, and a rendering of the draft theater and where fans will be seated. More in lifestyle and sports, but first, we have an update on the rapper and former reality TV star who Metro Police say used his Instagram account to allegedly recruit sex workers to work for him. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has more on how he was actually messaging an undercover social media profile set up by Las Vegas police. Renee?
Jen, according to Metro PD, in a series of messages and phone calls that lasted 2 days beginning on March 29th, Kevin Barnes, whose stage name is Chopper, enticed the supposed victim to work for him, increasingly threatening her when she showed hesitancy. Barnes at one point said, "I'm a rich pimp. I'm a boss," and noted that he owns a house in Southern Highlands and 6 more across the U.S., threatening the woman, demanding that she board a flight to North Carolina or pay him, the report said. He noted that he had multiple women working for him in what he described as his stable. "I know how to find you," he purportedly said at one point, adding that he knew people in Las Vegas who would go after her. He had told her, quote, "I can make it bad for you," according to the report.
Police became aware of Barnes' Instagram account because he was allegedly conducting interviews for potential sex workers, at least one of them, which was broadcast to everybody. And it wasn't clear how it happened, but Barnes got a hold of police on an account set up by police.
Barnes was booked Monday into the Clark County Detention Center on one count of sex trafficking of an adult and has since walked out of jail on his own recognizance. His next court date is May 15th. Jen?
Clark County Sheriff Joe Lombardo gets a big endorsement in the race for governor. Former President Donald Trump announces his support for Lombardo.
Several of the other Republican candidates vying for the nomination, including U.S. Senator Dean Heller, North Las Vegas Mayor John Lee, and Reno Attorney Joey Gilbert, have all been trying to paint themselves as the Trumpiest candidates in the race. With Trump's endorsement of Lombardo, making that case is going to be significantly harder for those candidates.
In a statement, Trump praised Lombardo as being tough on crime. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. It's Friday Eve. Thousands are out on the Strip for draft festivities with one opponent, the wind. Take a look at the massive crowds earlier on this gusty day. Quite the colorful mass with many fans dressed in their favorite team's jerseys. State officials temporarily renamed a portion of Las Vegas Boulevard as Draft Drive for 3 days. And here's the National Weather Service's wind forecast. After gusts of up to 30 to 40 miles per hour, expect gusts around 20 miles per hour on Friday, 15 on Saturday, and 25 on Sunday. As for your temperatures, we're right around 80 degrees tonight, which should cool to the 70s in the next hour, then 60s after midnight. On Friday, clear blue skies, the high of 85 and low of 59 degrees. For the rest of this week and next, we're seeing perfect pool weather with highs either in the 80s or 90s. In Lifestyle, sponsored by Visit Laughlin, an easygoing getaway filled with good food, good people, and good times on the river. Do you have what it takes to be an NFL star? The NFL Draft Experience features the 40-yard dash where fans race against NFL players virtually, and the vertical jump on how many hops to reach the flag, just as draft prospects did during the scouting combine. And 2 special kids are taking part in the NFL Draft. 9-year-old cancer survivor Alessia and her 6-year-old brother Hudson, who has cerebral palsy, will be on stage Saturday to announce one of the Raiders' picks as part of a fundraiser for the Lou Ruvo Center for Brain Health.
Sports, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The NFL Draft is going on at the Las Vegas Strip right now, and after months of mock drafts, we finally know who got their name called first. The Jacksonville Jaguars selected former Georgia defensive end Trayvon Walker. Walker ascended draft boards in recent months, passing Michigan defensive end Aiden Hutchinson, who was projected to be number 1 overall by experts at the end of the season. Hutchinson went number 2 to the Detroit Lions. Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Before the NFL Draft began, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were the 7-1 favorites at Circa Sports to win the Super Bowl. The Buffalo Bills were the plus 750 second choice, and the defending champion Los Angeles Rams were the 8-1 third pick. The Kansas City Chiefs are the plus 950 fourth choice, followed by the Green Bay Packers at 10-1, and the Los Angeles Chargers, Denver Broncos, and San Francisco 49ers at 15-1. The Dallas Cowboys are 17-1, and the Raiders are 30-1.
In entertainment, instead of take me out to the ball game, it's take me out to the movies. Flicks on the field are returning to Las Vegas ballpark. Starting June 10th, fans can choose The Rookie, A League of Their Own, or Little Big League. For tickets, visit thelasvegasballpark.com. In health, Clark County is seeing new COVID cases trend upwards for the first time in a while. The county's 14-day moving average stands at 145, up from last week's 98 cases. However, officials stress hospitalizations are now the key metric in determining the current risk, which is declining. In business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. Look up and you'll see slot machine characters. Aristocrat Technologies made a deal to display characters and symbols from its machines on the Fremont Street Experience canopy. No word on a price. In addition to fans, the NFL Draft is expected to bring lots of private planes. County officials are requiring private planes to reserve a parking space, and pilots are being urged to use alternative sites such as North Las Vegas and Henderson Executive Airports. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have a Roku device, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you tomorrow for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.